Hi everyone, welcome to my page. Update on the lashes. The left side just came off. That's all there was to it after 3 days. But hey, they lasted 3 days. So today we put new ones on. So I don't know. We'll see. Again, the goal as far as the packaging says is 7 days. I don't know. This one right here on the end, because these are little tiny strips and like you build however long you want them, that sort of thing. But this one right here is just bugging me just a little bit and it hasn't been on long. So we'll see how all this goes. How was your weekend? Southeast Louisiana was absolutely gorgeous. It is like springtime city here. Today we're getting up into the 80s, so we're pushing summer and it's almost March. So let's do a little bit of makeup. As most of you know, I'm your Seint 3D makeup artist, where we use one little palette and one brush to create one layer of makeup. This makeup is cream. That's right, ladies, cream. We're using 3 shades to replace the powders and the liquids that you used to use. Yes, we're going to use 3 cream shades. Why? Because your face isn't flat. We have real mature skin features like wrinkles, we have rosacea, we have crow's feet, we have crepe skin. We have it all. That's why we need cream. And these 3 shades are going to create one layer of makeup, because what we're going to do is we're going to strategically place it, then strategically blend it to where each shade stays in its own lane and each shade does a different thing. So what we're going to start with is a contour shade. And what does contour do? Well, contour creates shadows and it gives your face depth and definition. Our faces aren't flat, ladies, so one shade is not going to do it. Now, can we come back with layer and layer and layer after? Oh, absolutely. But who wants to do that? We can do this makeup in 5 minutes or less. Now, let's feel for that cheekbone. We're going to start right at the corner of the eye and go up towards the ear. Tell you what, back to the lashes, I'm really liking wearing these because it kind of gives you like that little bit of oomph all the time. I mean, like you wake up like this. This is pretty cool. If it works. Now we're going to come over here and feel for this cheekbone. And again, we're going to start right at the corner of the eye and go up towards the ear. Now remember, it doesn't have to be exact, just close, because we are going to blend it. Now I'm going to put just a little bit more because I'm a contour junkie and I love contour. You can literally just give your face a whole new definition. Now we're going to get rid of this gel because we're going to start right on top of it and go up towards the ear. Now, we don't want to come up on the face too far, because if we do, that's just going to give a really different look and not a look you're going to want to have. And what we're doing is creating shadows. So we don't want a shadow up on our jawline. We want the shadow to go down under the neck to chisel the jaw so the marionette lines are not as noticeable. And then we're going to do something about this turkey neck that I've gotten. We're going to put some right on that first divot contour and then come a little bit further down under the neck than you naturally would. Do you see the difference that made? Now it works too for a double chin. For a double chin, you want to start back here, come further down, because your double chin is going to be right here. So come further down and then up about in the same spot on the other side. When you blend it, there'll be a shadow there. Your double chin and my turkey neck are still going to be there. They'll just be less noticeable, and that's what we're looking for. Now, we're going to put contour on the pinky, rub them together so there's a little bit on each one, and then just drag it down the top of the nose. There we go. Straight down the top of the nose. Why are we contouring our nose? Again, we want it to appear more elongated, and we want it to appear a little bit thinner than it actually is. Now, you can also use your contour as eyeshadow. You can fill in your eyebrows. You can line your lips to give you that little poutier look if you like. So many things. And where was contour all our lives? Ladies, who knows when contour came out, but not in our day, that was for sure. The next shade that you get in your palette is going to be a brightening shade. And again, these shades were custom color matched to me. Now, what are we doing? We are brightening the center of the face and creating a focal point. Now, remember how we did the nose? Well, we're going to come right down the center. Look how much more elongated and narrower my nose appears. That's what we're doing. We are camouflaging and using different shades to create different things. Now, we did the center of the face. Notice how we don't want to go too much with our brightener above your arch of your eyebrow. That's kind of like the line you want to draw across. Now, we're going to come to the eyes. Okay, I have crepe skin under my eye, so I am not going to do that half moon or the V shape that is so popular. We're going to go right in the corners, the inner corners, and then again in the outer corners. Now, that looks good. Look at the two eyes. This one looks more lifted, but let's lift it even more by just tapping our brightening shade right up into the temple. Look at the difference that makes. This eye still is a little droopy. This one, when you look at me, I want you to see my eyes and I want you to see everything lifted. That's what we're doing with this makeup. We're creating illusions and we're just camouflaging and making a better you. Still going to be you. Again, but a little bit better. All right, here we go. Now we're going to do our focal point and go straight up into, and don't do what I just did, which is stretch that skin. You know how tender that little skin is under your eyes. You don't want to pull that anymore because it's like a rubber band, and my rubber band has popped. It's not going to go back. Now, the last shade in my palette is my main shade or main highlight. It goes where I don't have any other makeup, just as a filler. So I went right in the bearded area, and if I were a man, and we're just going to put some around the corners of my nose because I do have rosacea and I am always red there. So we're just going to continue to put this where we don't have any other product. It's like a filler shade to me. And then we're going to come up here and put it right in between. See how we have the contour line, we have our main shade, and we have our brightener. Now, we strategically place these shades here. We're going to strategically blend them. So you're going to see in just a minute something you've never done before, but it is fun. Now we're going to go to Black Cherry. This is my lip and cheek. Yes, lip and cheek. So we're going to put some of this bad girl on these lips. There we go. Look how pretty that is. It looks black on the website and the name is Black Cherry, but look at this deep, deep, like red wine color. So pretty. Now, we're going to use it as our blush, and we're just going to put a little bit. As you can see, here is my contour. Here's my lip and cheek, or my blush. And I'm sorry about that. My internet decided to go cuckoo. This is like just a line where we have in between where we went up to lift the eye. So we're going to go start right about the corner of the eye and go up. Before they told us to come down to the apples of our cheeks, my apples are like way down here. We don't want anything to droop or give the appearance of drooping. So that's why we're keeping everything high and lifted. I'm 68 years old, ladies. It is what it is. So I definitely need everything to lift, nothing to come down. So anyway, cream makeup, we're going to blend. Now, cream makeup needs to be set. You can do it in one of two ways. You can use a setting powder or a setting spray. I use the setting spray from Seint. Now, you can use a dry brush or spray your face, come back and blend. Totally okay. When you use your setting spray or your setting powder is up to you. I, though, prefer the dampness of the brush. So I am going to spray my brush, get it a little bit damp, and I'm going to be setting as I go. Now, I'm going to start right here at this jawline and just circle blend softly. We want a soft blend and then drag it down the neck. This is the only time you want to blend down. Every other time, blend up. So again, just little soft circles. You don't want to blend it out, but again, you want to make sure you don't have distinct lines like these contour lines I have on my cheek and my forehead. Now, we're going to actually start on our face because see, you can already see the shadow that created to where you're noticing more of the lower part of my décolleté than you are that turkey neck that's flapping right there. That's what we're looking for. Now, we're going to continue to stipple. Stippling is just gently tapping and spreading this cream makeup where you want it to go and where you want it to stay. Now, it has warmed to the temperature of my face as I placed it because, again, it's cream. So it is spreading like butter, as my mother-in-law would say. Yep, she loved butter. Sweet lady. Oh, I tell you, loving her so much, but she used to crack me up. Where's the butter? So B-U-T-T-A. There we go. Now see how beautifully this is blending right in. And I'm not having to work. I'm not swiping either and blending it all together. I'm tapping it in the place where we placed it. That's what you want. Now we're just going to do a quick stipple up the nose because we don't want to blend it too much. You can blend your cream makeup out. So that's why you don't want to blend too much, but you do need to blend a little bit. So right up and there. Now we'll save the eyes and the cheeks for last. So let's just circle it up here. Get this blended. The main shade just blended. See how we did the brightening shade? Then we just jumped up and we grabbed the main shade, but we didn't go way down to make that. We want their ends to marry. We don't want one to go on top of the other. We want one layer of makeup. And again, being cream, it's not going to settle into those fine lines and wrinkles. It's like you're going to have a second skin on your face. This stuff is so good. Okay, now we're going to blend up into the hairline. Notice how I'm not coming down, I'm going up so you can see the shadow that the contour creates. There we go. What do you think so far? Let's keep going. So now I'm going to start right here at my temple and just tap. And I'm going to start in the corner of my eye and then just make the two kind of meet. Now, what happened here? Look at that. I have just enough softness and coverage underneath the eye, but it's not accentuating the crepe skin that's under there that I have. Yes, I have crepey eyelids and crepe skin under my eyes. Like I said, I'm 68. So there we go. And this makeup is a lot less expensive than plastic surgery. So there you go. You got that too. Okay, so we're just going to tap and make sure it's blended. Again, notice I'm not swiping, I'm not pulling, I'm not pushing it up. We don't want to do that. Just gently tap. But see how you can still see the brightness from the brightener, but you can still see the Lip&Cheek or the blush and the contour. Now, let's blend this because we don't want to leave this on our cheeks. So we're going to just tap up and down on the contour. Then we're going to grab that contour with the Lip&Cheek and drag it up into the temple. There we go. This is what you want, the soft blend, not this. Okay, so we're just going to tap again on the contour. Now, this right here is that's not my contour. That's a natural shadow that I have on my face due to a loss of volume. The other thing is if you put the brightness up here, in your temples, and if you have loss of volume there, it's going to camouflage that. I don't have that yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Everything else is. So there we go. All right, we are done. When I get ready to go somewhere, I can do this makeup in 5 minutes or less. If I'm doing eyeshadow, give me 6 minutes and I'm done. There we go. What do you think? Unbelievable. Now, is the texture still there? Yes. Any texture you may have, I have a few. I had terrible acne up until my 30s when this lovely thing called Accutane came out, and I took 2 rounds of that to get rid of it. But I do have like scarring, acne scarring, and it's still there. But you don't notice it as much. And again, look at the glow. Can you believe the glow there? It looks like my skin looked years ago. Now, if this glows just a tad too much for you, just a little bit of setting powder, and I mean a little bit, will take care of that. You can also come back with a damp beauty blender like this one. Just dampen it. It'll be like twice the size, and just tap it around and it will pick up any excess you may have on your face. Because if you feel this makeup, chances are you have too much on. So what did I use? I used what we call our 3D brush, and I used these 4 shades. Now, how do you get your hands on this wonderful makeup? You get many things with this makeup. You get me. First off, I will be your personal coach or your artist. I will help you through every step of the way until you are happy with the way it applies, and you can actually do this in your sleep. It's wonderful makeup. And it's so simple. All I need is a makeup-free selfie in natural light. Makeup-free. I know I hated that part too, but I'm so glad I did it. You send me your makeup-free selfie, and I will custom color match you to your perfect shades. These aren't your perfect shades because these were custom color matched to me. I would love to custom color match yours to you. So simple, so easy. The selfie is free, or I'm sorry, the color match is free and absolutely no obligation to buy. I'm not going to drive you crazy trying to get you to buy. That's just how I roll. This makeup is so good. It's exactly. It is, it's the best investment you'll ever make in yourself. Thank you for saying that. That is so wonderful. And yes, that's exactly what it is. It's an investment in yourself. It's good stuff. It's good products. It's made with good ingredients. And again, it's not expensive. It's a little pricey to get started, but then each one of these individual tins is $16. And you replace them depending upon how often. If you wear them every day, probably every 3 months. 16 bucks. What do you have to lose? Seint also has a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you aren't 100% satisfied, you mail them back to them, and they will refund your money. No questions asked. So again, what do you have to lose? Thank you so much for joining me. And for those of you that commented, thank you so much. You've made my day. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.